Ciao guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fancy and this is @Fancy. So today I have my friends around and we'll be talking about studying and working in Italy. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves and yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Mercy Jelagat. I am Fancy's friend and I'm happy to be here. We hope we'll share some useful information with you guys.
Super.
Hi guys, my name is Amy. I'm Fancy's friend and Mercy's friend. And I'm glad to be here. I hope this video is going to be fun and educative.
Yeah, let's do this. So we are all friends. We are students. Oh no, we were students. We were students in University of Siena. I came together with Mercy and Amy came a year after us. And I think we all have like different experiences or almost the same experiences in terms of working and studying in Italy. And we're going to share our ideas or how our experience has been being able to work and at the same time study, and also after finishing school, how it has been for us to find jobs and maneuver around here in Siena. So guys, yeah. How has been your experiences? I think we're going to talk about how it was for us, like from the first time we came to Italy, how it was like finding a job. Say for me, asali yangu ya kazi, it was really something. Like me, I remember when I came here, the first thing I was like, nataka kazi. But the challenge was like language, and it was like getting mtu amepaved that way, because now when we came there was still a few Kenyans walikuwa hapa and they...
Okay, for me, when I came here, the first thing, of course, we were all psyched up. We wanted to get a different source of income other than the scholarship, because our scholarship only gives you money twice in a year, and so we needed other sources of finances. And of course, the first thing for you to get a job is to learn Italian, because you have to express yourself, you have to ask for a job, you have to, also while working, that's the working language, literally.
Like everyone is using
everyone is speaking in Italian, and that was my first, that's what I did first for me to get a job. I learned Italian.
I would really insist on that, because language, considering that watu wengi waongea English, not everyone here speaks English, except the younger generation. If you find the elderly people and even employers, the first thing they ask is like, do you speak Italian? Parli italiano?
That's
and if you'll be like, una freeze kwanza, and if you don't know anything, like, it's so hard and to get into the job market without Italian.
Actually, I feel like the only place you will find yourself able to speak English is in school.
Exactly, of which like we learn in English, and hiyo kitu ilitufungia, by the way. It limited us so much in a sense that umekuja as an international student, you go and study in English, you speak English with your friends, and also them, they want to learn English. They will be trying to talk to you in English. The Italian students, they will be like, we want to learn English, you can so it would be so hard for you kwanza to learn language, but it's really important to take into consideration, especially kama una consider kukaa Italy for a longer term.
Yes. And the good thing is there are classes. They offer classes.
Free
there are places you can, especially in the University of Siena, when you just come, you ask the Department of Languages, they offer free Italian classes, so you can start from there. And then in the first 6 months, truly you can be able to express yourself.
And the other thing, you don't have to be perfect in the Italian language. Like, as much as you're saying we learned Italian, and as much as we're telling you we know Italian, we don't
know
so well,
you speak,
but it takes the effort that you're trying to speak, because they know they for them also, they don't speak good English. And you just have to speak something so that they'll guide you, they will help you, and even in the process you will learn more. Ongea tu,
and the moment anaona unajaribu, like unajua
just speak,
wakiona unajaribu, they're like, wow, you can say a word, like it makes them like
and they
like,
compliment
they can compliment you and give you a chance at ukienda.
So
like,
that's the
yeah.
if you're looking to get a job here, that's the first thing you have to do. Just learn the language, and then the second thing,
be a go-getter. Like ukikaa tu like job haiwezi kujia yani like this you have to be a go-getter. Like unafaa kujituma to go out there and look for jobs and search, like get to meet people and
make Google your friend. Use websites. There are different websites that show jobs. I don't know if you guys used any website.
Yes, I did. I was posting on Indeed and subito.it. But the one that worked for me was subito.it. So
ulipata job hapo.
Yeah, nilipata job hapo. Someone inboxed me and then they were like, would you like to try this job? Are you free? And then we planned to meet when, and then I go and try. So websites as well is in our work. But another thing, make contacts, like just know people, especially when you come, usishinde like uko na
your
clique of friends, the first people. Talk to people who have been here for 2 years, for 3 years, for more than 1 year, because they have been in the system. They have probably worked somewhere. So ask them, do you know, if you hear anything, can you let me know? I think that's another way of getting a job. You have to make contact and also put yourself
open.
Out there.
Be open, because now if the types of jobs that we're going to talk about later, when you're told about it, at least be open to be able to take up and try that job. Be flexible if you want to get a job here in Italy, because
kuna ile expectation like unaenda kufanya kazi gani, like unaenda waje kufanya kazi gani, but be ready to be open to try things.
You'll just
utazoea tu like
utakuwa tough
what to do. Utazoea tu what to do.
That's what
you need money. Okay.
So there's some requirements that are really necessary, especially kama unaingia the job market. There's some requirements that you should have, of which we've mentioned one, Italian language. The other thing that is required, ulitishwa nini uki?
Okay, for me, I remember my first job when I went, I was denied a job because I did not have carta. It's called carta d'identità. Yeah, it's like an ID card, but it's Italian and you cannot use it it's just Italian. You just get it from here. So once you get here, ask around and get, for me it's carta d'identità, which was very important.
I remember it was like, do you have like, and I think hata nowadays
ukiitishwa
hata mtu kabla upewe contract unaitishwa carta d'identità na sojourno that thing.
But even if you don't have carta d'identità, you can get a job. They can give you a contract if you have your student Italian stay permit. It's different from the visa that they give you at the embassy. When you get to Italy in the first 2 months, you're supposed, actually in the first 30 days, the first 1 month, you're supposed to apply for the stay permit, student stay permit. When you have this one, you can easily get a contract. But with a visa, yes, you can stay, but it's not easy to get a contract because they cannot put you in the system.
Actually, because uko in the Italian system, like the employment system, they're like, hauko, you're not resident, you're not a resident, so stay permit is really important.
But just ask around, because Italians are very bureaucratic. If you don't have one thing, that's it. So I think just ask around for the necessary documents, of which we've already said, the student permit, the carta d'identità, and also your health insurance, which is the tessera sanitaria, which you can get those things are easy to get. Just ask around and you will be guided on how to get them within the first few days.
And even if you don't find someone to ask, Google, like hizi vitu ziko online, like ukiangalia website like documents required for work, itakuwa listed up and also as a student you're allowed to work like 20 hours in a week, so expect not to make a lot of money. Could I expectation like financially could grow in Italy? I think it's really slow.
It's really slow.
I would say that
it's slow, one, because Italy is not the richest European country.
Yeah.
So the pay rate is not as high
They
as
have
you
the
might expect.
minimum wage.
They have
They have,
minimum wage.
especially for our students, the minimum
Yes.
wage is it's so low.
It's
yeah,
low. It's low. You can survive in Italy, but it's not as high as you expect if you're
Yeah,
thinking, oh, I'm in Europe, oh, I'm working in Europe.
But it's
Not
definitely
really.
better
But
than
it's better
home.
than
Yeah,
nothing.
it's way
It's
better.
better than home.
Kuna ile like ukisha convert ile Kenya
Ukisha
shillings, you're like,
convert,
okay, it
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, it
But
makes sense.
if you compare to your friends or anybody mwenye ako another country, unaweza kuwa disappointed.
Yeah.
Like it can be disappointing.
So the growth might be slow, but you have to be patient because you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. The patience and the fact that you're a student, so it
You
makes
still, you
sense.
still get
You
the
still-
borsa,
Kuna hiyo borsa
the
studio, and
scholarship
then
money.
una add up na hiyo it will just help.
Itasaidia.
Another thing, when you are studying in the University of Siena, you know, when you're on a scholarship, you have to get certain grades for you to renew your scholarship.
Yeah.
So even as you work, you're supposed to look at a job that is flexible for you to
balance.
be able to balance school and work, so that you can still get your grades in time,
Yeah.
so that you can renew your credits.
Your credits
On that note, what I learned, for me, communicate as much as you're a student and you also need money, and all of us have schedules, but you have to communicate your schedule to let the work fit into your schedule, not you
Fit into
adjusting.
the-
So if you have a work, communicate to your boss, like, listen, on these days I'm not available. Like, I think that's what I learned in Italy,
Yes.
that you have to always communicate with your
Communicate, yeah.
boss that today, like, on these days I'm not available, and if he or she does not agree to that, then too bad. You have to look for something that fits, because you're first you're a student, and then now you're
You
the
can
other
work.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to find something that fits into your student
plan.
schedule.
Yeah.
But make sure you communicate. Don't be afraid that if I communicate, maybe
Nitakuwa fired.
nitakuwa fired. I feel like just
Yes,
say.
and then
That's
tulikuwa na
what
fears,
I
I
learned.
think
We had fears, but
Yeah.
after some time we learned to communicate, and nothing changed. Only
Hakuna, like itabidi tu
wali-
azoee.
And the earlier the better.
The earlier
The
the
the earlier the better. Just
Yeah,
tell them. We used to fear, because
Yeah.
when we came here, I don't know.
You're
we
like,
had,
"Ni lose
I don't
job."
know.
And then we had this fear.
We
like,
had
"Nishapata
fear.
kazi tu leo."
Unashikilia.
We had so much fear, but
Yeah.
now we have learned. Just
Yeah.
talk. Just tell your bosses.
I'm a student, and on certain days I will not be around.
I'm a Christian,
I
and
go
on
to
Saturday
church, work
I
on
have to
Sunday,
go to
on Sunday.
church.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
speak up.
Such stuff. And another thing is there's some different types of jobs zenye unaweza fanya Italy as a student, and even if you're considering to come to Italy to work, basically working, not as a student. And I think Ivy will tell us, like, what kind of a job did you do and how has it been?
There are many types of jobs you can do, and I'm going to start maybe with babysitting, because it's one of the most flexible, especially for the ladies.
Yeah.
It's one of the most common and flexible job that there is, and you can put it in two different types of babysitting. You can come as an au pair. An au pair means you are a stay-in. So you are a live-in nanny, and you live with them. They give you, you stay with them, so you're not paying rent and you're not buying food, but they also pay you some money aside. It's not a lot, but it's good. It's good money. And then there's also, you can babysit just as a babysitter, not because as an au pair you're working through a
company.
like a company,
It's like a website.
like a website or a company, a system,
Agency.
But when you go as a personal babysitter, you're paid more, but then you're not. It's rare to find one where you can be a live-in. So most times you're going to be just, you come in, you do your hours, and then you go home, but the pay is way better. So is it hard? I think it's going to depend on the kind of person that you are, because babies
are different.
Babies are not Kenyan.
babies are babies.
No,
Hey,
babies are not
babies.
babies. Italian babies are tough.
considering yani, the way they
you have
grow
to
up,
really grow a tough skin.
You have
to grow a tough skin.
Italian babies are tough.
You just have to be willing.
yeah.
And then also the language, because the babies
itakusaidia kulearn,
they speak Italian with their parents. Maybe they don't even speak, but then the family speak Italian.
So it's
good that you learn. But the good thing is, because now the younger generation, they're trying to learn English.
Yeah.
So even as an English speaking nanny, you will
itakuwa
get
plus,
especially through au pair.
And then with au pair, si lazima ukuje as a student, you can apply for a au pair ukiwa Kenya, and it doesn't necessarily be Italy. It can be any other country in Europe. It can be US. It can be anywhere. Au pairs, those are the kind of jobs that people are also using as a means to live as an exit plan.
Maybe you can put a link on.
I'll put the link
in the description.
Exactly.
But just to add on the au pair, I don't think you can do the au pair while you're a student. I think it's majorly when there's a summer break,
holiday,
so that you can be able to do something during that period. Also, when they're just holidays, because that's when kids are at home, so that's when you can get the au pair job. Also, it's also nice when you've finished school, because once we finish school, there's nothing to do for a while. When you're trying to figure out where to go, that happens. There are some who figure out before, but there are some who don't figure out. It's not always clear. So that is, au pair jobs can come in handy when you don't have a place to go to during summer, ama when you're on a break, ama time umaliza shule and you want somewhere to stay. Hauna scholarship. Mkumbuke yao.
It's really important. Another kind of jobs.
Another type of job is cleaning. We clean. So we clean.
We have cleaned.
So for cleaning, there's housekeeping, whereby you go to a hotel, you make beds, and the normal cleaning of toilets, bathroom,
basically maintaining
to the room, tourists basically. And then
hotel management.
Hotel management.
So that's the type of job you can get here. That's easy to get also. For housekeeping is very easy, and that one you can also balance with your school work.
Junior
only morning hours, so you can
check-in is always around 1.
Check-in is around
so by 1 to Maliza you can do your stuff.
The other type of cleaning is whereby you go to someone's house, you clean for them like twice
a week or
and then they pay. It pays a lot. That one pays a lot because they pay.
Like they pay you the actual amount.
Per hour, and they pay
almost 8 to 10
euros.
The rate is good compared na hoteli. Hey, ulipe
because hotels
they
pay less because they pay
through agency.
You work through an agency. You're not working directly with the hotel. So the agency in our kula.
And then the other one that we found out recently is whereby you work with a cooperativa. It's called cooperativa, and they hire you to work in this common places, like touristic attraction sites, or let's say hospital, schools. Those ones they pay really well, but you have to learn Italian, and they require also driving, but you can always find your way with these things.
Actually you part
but
driving.
They really pay well.
They
pay well, and they don't overwork you. Because you can only work for
your job is really good. The terms of jobs is really nice.
But for those ones you have to learn. That one is 100%. You have to learn Italian. For skipping, you don't have to really know Italian. You can still do it even without Italian, but it's best
if you have the language. It makes it easier. Another kind of job ni badante, of which you treated. Caregiving. Actually, caregiving for elderly people. Sometimes you'll find families who require a caregiver, a live-in or like daytime. So caregiving also is really good, because you get to live with these people, you get to learn how it is. But zingine ni ngumu. It depends with how it is. Zingine inaweza kuwa very hard, especially if you find someone who is not healthy and you have to move them. Not healthy, disabled, tuseme disabled bus. Si not healthy, ni mgonjwa, yani mahututi ya hapa kwa kitanda.
And it's healthy wake up Johnny.
But this one also is emotional.
It's hard. Okay. So that is
Disabled.
Semi-disabled. Yeah. Abled na disabled. Actually, that's how they say.
Yeah, they say.
Yeah, able.
Yeah, so that's another kind of a job you can do. But still, kuna professional jobs.
Yeah,
guys.
there are professional
Yeah,
jobs.
there's some professional jobs that you can do.
Yeah, there are various. For example, these people in IT, the ones who know computer and programming, those people they get a lot. There are jobs out there for such people, especially in the developing world.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So you can do it across Europe for such kind of jobs. So for these types of jobs, you have to be highly skilled, because I feel like their skills are a bit higher.
Yeah, especially
Like, I don't know
it's
it's because of their foundation or something, but they are highly skilled. So for you to upgrade your skills, you can take up online courses for free and upgrade your skills, and then now you'll be able to be in a position to apply for these professional jobs.
And then you have to keep on learning what's new,
Yeah, you
what's
have to.
kuna so much.
And then I feel like they also like for us, I'm a chemist and she's also a chemist, but once you look at the job description, you can see like she must know Python. Python,
Excel or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have to be a whole
package.
You have to be a whole package, because you
Yeah.
also have to know data analysis.
Yeah.
Alafu considering yani the work system nowadays,
In
me
Italy
naona
kwanza.
like everything, all the jobs have applied generally, like Python, R, C++, Excel.
I think for professional, let's just say you have to be a programmer, like just know
And
your
you have to be
programming.
whole. I feel like you have to be just whole.
You have to be more than one thing.
You have to be
You
more
cannot
than
just
one
come,
skill.
I have a degree in chemistry, so now where can
Unaweza kuwa na
I fit?
masters
No.
or even-
I have ABCD, ABCD. I can do ABCD. So you have to sell yourself, literally.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to. And then also, what else did we say? You have to be highly motivated, especially when you're doing interviews.
Motivation.
Because all of us, we've
Rejection.
applied and we've done interviews. But now when it comes to the interview, whatever you put on your CV, be sure
Be
you
able
know.
to
Because they will
like,
tell you.
unaweza fanya hata exam. You
Yeah,
go
yes,
and
yeah.
sit
Like,
for-
we've all sat for
Oh,
exams.
God.
Exams.
Like you're given questions and you're like, what was that? Like
Hey, you come
unatoka
out
hapo, you're
feeling
like,
dumb. Unaamua mimi marriage.
how are we doing this thing?
Babas.
Unakaa unaona.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's possible.
It's possible.
It's very possible, but you have to.
Kujituma,
I feel like
go get
professional
it.
needs you to put a lot. Cause
But professional, and also we have like there's some people wenye wanakuja wakiwa na jobs from Kenya. Considering now system, what would they work from home? If your work, you can work from home. Consider if you're coming to it like bado keep job yako,
Yeah.
so that you can
exactly.
still work from
Yes,
home.
exactly, yeah.
Ndio ukifigure out how
How
to
to-
fit into the system,
how
and
fit into
at least
the
you'll
system.
still have something like it keep pay rent, and if you're not a student.
Yeah.
Another thing is Italians, or just I think Europeans,
Yeah.
they like someone who is aggressive and very sure of themselves.
Very.
So very sure of them, so that even if he tries to shake you like this, you stay grounded. So you have to be sure of your stuff. Whatever you're selling, you have to be sure this is what you have. So and just go for it.
Yeah, and us coming from where we come from, you have to always put yourself in a way that you have to prove that you know.
Yeah.
You just can't tell them.
Huwezi sema tu ajua
You
it.
just
Like,
can't tell them I am a programmer.
no, you have
Yeah,
to prove
you have
it.
to
Like
prove.
they will still try. Like
They will
kuna
still
doubt
try.
too. Like they will still doubt
try,
it.
yeah.
But bado watapush
They
to
still
the
doubt,
limit.
and that's a fact.
It's
normal.
It's a fact, and
It's a
I think
fact.
it's all over. Like I've had
it's
so
really a
many
fact.
black people.
Black
They will
people,
be like, you like. If you're you're doing the same job, you have to do more. Like
You have
to do more, so
You
that
have just
you
to
stand
do
out.
twice.
Yeah, you do
You
twice.
have to do twice. So
Even
that's
more.
a fact.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will doubt you because they're not sure of your background.
Yeah.
Because you may come for a master's, you're like, oh, I have a master's. I have another master's in Kenya, but they're like, but we're not sure what exactly
what
you have
you-
done
what
there.
exactly
So
you've
prove
done.
to us
Prove to us
that you're worth
know.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's so true.
Yeah.
Another option, I think, like some people will not come now, particles in Italy. They will go to other countries to find jobs. I think that has
that's
been one
another
thing,
option,
like
yeah.
going to another
'Cause you-
country during summer. If you have someone who Germany and they can connect you to a job, Ebu, you go
Actually,
and,
generally speaking, the job market in Italy is not as
it's
wide
saturated
as it is in
Other
in other European countries.
Job-
In Italy, it's the jobs are kidogo, yani. Even
And they pay less.
They pay less because the
and
country
they
is
pay
still,
less.
yeah.
And they pay less. So if you come and you have someone in another country, as long as you
Try
have the
as well.
Schengen,
yeah,
the
Schengen
visa,
so
just
you can
try
work anywhere.
go there and work. So for us, we
For
went
us, most
somewhere.
of our group, tumeenda
We went
Malta.
somewhere to
Gone
hustle.
to Malta. Malta, and people have gone
Yeah, and they
to
found
Norway, they've gone to
Yeah. Finland,
Finland,
Germany.
wengine wako Finland, wengine wako UK and stuff. Yeah. So it depends with how you just inaweza kuwa stepping stone
Yeah.
to exit to another country.
Yeah. Actually, the moment you get in Italy, just look at Europe as if it's all yours, and then now just try to grab opportunities wherever you can.
Yeah.
We
Get
can
one.
say everything, but abroad requires effort.
Anyway,
you just
look
need
for
to,
the face
you
hearted.
need
Faint
to
heart.
push. You need to
Go,
look,
yeah, like go for
and
it.
and you can't give up. You have to.
You can't.
No, yeah, no,
You
that
cannot.
you have.
Yeah, really,
give up.
yeah,
You
just,
have
It's not an option.
yeah, just
Yeah.
push
You have
for
to,
it.
and it's not easy. The narrative at home that abroad is it's not easy.
Anyway, it's not green as people make it look like.
Yeah, but
Imekuwa struggle.
but kunanyesha at least. Itakuwa tu.
Yeah. Also, I've seen people asking about the work visa, like how do you, if you don't get a student visa, like a work visa, like from what I've read, like to get a work visa, you'll need a working contract.
Yeah.
I think, so that means unafaa kutafuta kazi ukiwa Kenya. You have to look out, find a job, they give you a contract, and then now you move
And
in.
also on that note, you can check some companies. They will show you about visa
Yeah.
processing. Some companies offer to sponsor you.
Yeah.
I have an example. It's another company. It's called Luxoft. It's a software engineering company. They put that they can able to sponsor you for your visa, for your
Travel,
visa
yeah.
for your visa processing and stuff. And those companies exist. You just have to send yourself
Research, yeah.
research uju hata online these days that
Ziko
for who
mingi.
summarize companies that can sponsor you for
Even on Twitter.
for even
To YouTube.
they can sponsor you and tell you
What a process
what
your
a
visa
process
and
your
stuff.
visa. So they are
It's
there.
possible.
It's not easy, but they are there.
Yeah.
And it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I can say is financial growth hapa Italy is what?
I think it's everywhere.
Sijui kadi kila mahali ama ni Italy.
Also, when you're
Me-
abroad,
generally,
don't
like-
forget the black tax because
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
knows you're abroad. So even the kidogo you're having probably is for home. Like
You
at
need
the
a
end of the
home,
day.
yeah. At the end of the day, you earn something and you send it back home.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unabaki hapo without anything.
Yeah.
But generally, vitu ni slow Italy, you guys. I think me, I've seen friends when wameenda countries zingine, hey, wamesonga in a way that you're like,
Okay, but you use Italy as stepping stone.
yeah, use it as a stepping stone. Kuja usome
Because also
and
it's
stuff.
easier to get in it. It's easy to get in Italy. It's
Compared.
easier than the other countries. The
Even
other countries,
documentation.
the documents.
Requirements, yeah.
To get yourself a visa to be in another country, even
Not easy.
just like France, Belgium, or Germany, just for you to find yourself there, it is not easy. So
Yeah.
Italy is a bit lenient.
Lenient. Alafu kuna scholarships
of
mingi Italy.
documentations,
I just
yeah.
realized like kuna so much scholarships that you can find. Unakuja Italy ukifigure out uko na residence, uko na food.
Yeah.
Like utakuwa na something for a startup than kukuja kuanzia zero.
Okay. In conclusion, it's possible. You just have to push. You have to check online, ask for information, and be willing to try. Be willing to try anything. Learn the language. Be
Make
open
friends.
to ideas. Make friends, and be flexible. And learn to be
Yeah, and the language.
But put full school first.
Yeah, kumbuka shule.
At the end
If
of
you
the
come
day.
at the end of the day, know what ilikuleta.
Yeah.
And no one owes you anything.
Yeah.
You have to do it on your.
Yeah.
You have to strive
Actually, here there are no shortcuts. You have to go through the fire for you.
for
to-
yourself.
You
Yeah.
have to go through it. You have to do the work.
Yeah, and the moment umeamua like you're going, go for it fully. Like jiweke hapo.
Yeah.
Isikwe like ni kuna option B like you're like naweza rudi. Like imekuwa ile like.
Yeah, hiyo sio.
So like if
Kurudi
you
si-
know kurudi si option but hey man.
But ukirudi
But
pia
ukirudi pia yeah, like breakthrough yako inaweza kuwa anywhere. So
Anywhere,
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Okay.
So guys, subscribe to our channel and bring in those comments because it can be the next topic for my next video. It's been so good to have you guys. Thank you so much and
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Fancy.
having us,
Yeah.
Fancy. It was an honor. It was an honor.
it was my honor to have you.
Siseme honor. It was an honor to be on this YouTube channel.
So
Nice.
remember to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, angalia ama hii.
Sijui ni hapa. Me, I don't know. Okay.
I don't-
Like,
Yeah.
hit that subscribe button.
And
And notification
support
bell.
our girl. She's
Yeah.
providing content.
And share to many
And
people.
share,
You
yeah.
never know who wants to come.
And what?
Also, like because it supports the channel.
Support my channel.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.